What is up, Transformers fans and geeks? Zagatron here with another figure review. And today I'll be reviewing the Transformers Studio Series 86 Core Class Autobot Wheelie. And finally, we get an actual Core Class figure. And what I mean by that is that we're getting an actual figure that actually scales with his G1 counterpart. And we've been getting lately all these Core Class figures of Megatron and Optimus and Skywarp, but not a true Core Class figure. And that I would say the only one that probably scales with a Core Class is probably Rat Trap. But this guy, finally, we get that true Core Class scale, and I'm very stoked about that. And I'm glad. I hope Hasbro does this down the line more often. But all right. Without further ado, let's get right into the packaging before we get into the figure. So here is Wheelie in packaging, of course, obviously with the windowless packaging where you could just come in and you just, smudge and put your fingerprints all over it. Like I said before, but there he is. He is from Transformers the movie. His name is Wheelie. We have the Transformers Generations right on the side. We've got an image of Wheelie with his slingshot, how he appeared in Transformers the 86 movie. There's a shot of Wheelie. He is a Core Class. And on the other side, we've got the same image of Wheelie with his slingshot. And on the back of the box, we've got images of Wheelie in his robot and his alt mode. He does transform in 12 steps. And that is it for the packaging. So let's get Wheelie out of packaging and see if he is more than meets the eye. So here is Wheelie out of packaging, and he does look pretty good in my opinion. Let's take a closer look at this guy, and let's focus in on that awesome looking head sculpt there. He is smiling. We do have an Autobot symbol there on his chest. Look at all the details on him. He does have a little bit of a booty kibble right there, but all in all, not a bad looking figure for this price point. He does come with this slingshot, and not a lot of paint apps on this guy, but that's okay. I mean, it's like I said, for the price point, what you're getting here is not bad. So as far as articulation, the head is not very movable. So basically you could just get that out of the head. We do have the shoulders are on a ball joint, so you do get the full 360 out of that. We do have 90-degree bend at the elbow. There is no hand articulation. There is no waist articulation. He could do a split, not all the way, but halfway. He could do the high leg kick, and because of that booty kibble, he can only go back that far. He does have 90-degree bend at the knee. There's a ball jointed knee there, and as far as the feet, you could just move them forward and back, and that is it for articulation. And let's put Wheelie right here, and let's do some comparisons. So the best comparisons we can do here is bring out his screen mates, and let me pull out here the shots. So here is Blur, and you can see how they scale with one another. And here is Cup. And as you can see, obviously he scales perfectly because he's supposed to be on the smaller side. So he scales great with these two guys. So they're in the middle, and let me put him more side to side here so you can see he scales pretty good. Let's bring in another comparison here. Let's bring in Core Class Hot Rod, who's not really supposed to be a, as far as size comparisons. He's not really supposed to scale as a core class, but we do have him here just so we can see. He is quite still a little bit bigger than Wheelie. And I would say it's probably because of the wing in the back. But, So now, let's also bring the last comparison. Here is Wheelie with the Wheelie that comes with Grimlock. And obviously this guy, what he lacks in articulation, he comes with the paint apps. And this guy has great paint apps. I reviewed him earlier with Grimlock. But you can't do much with this guy here. He's just basically just a throw-in with Grimlock. You can't move the arms just on the shoulders. This guy's just, just a piece just to display him, just a little display piece, but he doesn't do much. So as far as both these guys are concerned, better paint apps here, but we have playability, we have transformation, and we've got articulation with this guy here. So we get a way better here, but I wish this guy had the paint apps on this guy, but hey. Actually, I think this orange is more accurate than this one, though. In my opinion, I think, than this one. I believe this orange is more accurate. So, another question, Warner, can you substitute this Wheelie for the one that comes with Grimlock? Well, let's find out. Let's bring out Studio Series Grimlock right here. And the answer is yes. So what I did, Wheelie has some gaps right on his legs right there. And so Grimlock has these two tabs right here on the side. That is for Wheelie. So what I did was I simply put that gap on Wheelie's leg and I put it around, and there we go. And there is Wheelie. It's not perfect, but there you could have him on Grimlock. So you could kind of maneuver him here like that, and you can move the slingshot like that. So there you go. You got substitution if you want to substitute that Wheelie for this one. And it looks pretty good. All right, so now let's take Wheelie off of Grimlock here, and let's get Wheelie ready for transformation. All right, now to transform Wheelie, first let's remove his slingshot. I want to put that to the side, and we're going to first start on the back. We're going to open up this cockpit area. We're going to flip his head in like that. Let's move this around, tuck it in, just play with it a little bit, make sure his head goes in, and there we go. So now his head is nicely tucked in. So let's bring these arms down. Let's bring the whole cockpit area up like that. So we have the whole front of the car. So let's tab these arms in on both sides. And so give him that, like that. You can play with this right now. So let's come up to the front. And so now we're going to rotate at the knee, and then we're just going to rotate outwards. We're going to hold his leg in, rotate out like that, make sure that wheel is facing out. Same thing, hold the leg, rotate, make sure the wheel is facing out. These feet, gonna flip them out like that, makes the front of the car, and then we're just gonna tab. You got tabs and you got slots right there on the side, and we're just going to tab everything in like that. And so now we're gonna fold here, and then we're gonna bring the rest of the car down. I'm gonna fold the butt kibble down, and so we have these two slots, and we have two tabs right down here. So this is going to tab right in. So we're gonna bring everything down, make sure everything lines up like that. Let's fold a little bit here. There we go. Let's collapse that thing properly. And so Bring it down, and that tabbed in nice like that. So now we have these arms here. Make sure to bring that down like that. So now you have, I'm gonna swing these all the way to the back like that. And so we have two slots right here on the side on his forearms, and then just gonna tab right here on the side. So you give that little squeeze right there, and there is Wheelie in his awesome looking G1 cartoon accurate vehicle mode, and it looks very, very cool. So you got his hands just sticking out right there. Hopefully somebody will have an upgrade kit it's gonna have to be parts for him, but it'll come right over there and it'll cover those hands up. But other than that, this looks really nice. We zoom in, we get it up closer. You can very well see, very nice. Everything collapses in rather nicely. You can see a whole lot of robot cable hanging out on the bottom, or visible heads or anything other stuff. Very, very cool. And as far as weapon storage, he does have a port right under the butts right there. So we're just going to get this little slingshot, and it plugs in right in there. You get it straight there. And there you have weapon storage. Not that that is much of a weapon, but there you go. It is Energon based for him, I guess. But there you go. Very, very cool. Does roll rather nicely. He's about the size of a Hot Wheel. This is very nice. All right, now as far as comparisons, let's bring in the rest of his buddies from the 86 movie. Here's Blur, and here's Cup. And these guys scale very nicely together. Let's see how they look at the scale. They're a little better. Let me put them to the side like that. Maybe we could catch a better glimpse of this scale right here. The three Autobots there racing there. You can see the scale. We'll line them up like that. I think he scales up and playing. There we go. Now you get a better look at that. Let's bring in a little hot rod here, just so we can have all four of them there. All right, very cool. So in conclusion, he's a good figure. He's not perfect, but then again, this is a core class figure. So far, in my opinion, I think he's good. I'll take the nod over the Titans Return one. I think this guy is cartoon accurate, so I prefer this guy. But let me know what you think by leaving a comment down below. So that's it for this review. Please make sure to check out my other videos. Make sure to please smash that like button, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. So this is Sagatron signing out, and this is the Transformers Studio Series Core Class Autobot Wheelie video review. And thank you for watching.